newest villain. Is that kind of the ultimate compliment?
I guess I'm nowhere near Trae Young level, though.
Second row.
You know, Victor Wembanyama has been under a lot of criticism for his first 2 games in the NBA Finals, going 6 of 21 in Game 1. Karl Anthony Towns had him in an absolute box. And then in Game 2, the turnover, the missed pass to Stephon Castle, and then missing the game winner. Despite an amazing second half, Wemby has been under a lot of scrutiny. People were wondering, was this his 2007? We even said this probably may be his 2007, but he proved us wrong tonight. Game 3, Victor Wembanyama responded, and now the San Antonio Spurs have life. Allow me to explain. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to BoxInOne, a basketball content creation platform and podcast created by roischand and Joachim, myself talking right now. Victor Wembanyama's first finals game in Madison Square Garden went absolutely bonkers. 32-8-6 with 5 stocks, 2 steals, and 3 blocks on 11 of 18 from the floor, 2 of 4 from 3, 8 of 9 from the free throw line, and only 1 turnover. Victor said it best. Defensively, that's where I want to start looking at this San Antonio Spurs team. Vic said it best. Defensively, our communication was a lot better. I think on both ends of the floor, in all honesty, the San Antonio Spurs, their pacing and their spacing looked a lot better. That is just hard to say, pacing and spacing back to back, but it looked a lot better. It looked like the lanes were a lot more clear. I felt like on the pick and rolls, Wemby knew what to do a lot better. They got into their sets a lot earlier as well. I think for the San Antonio Spurs, one of the biggest critiques I had about them in the Oklahoma City Thunder series is that sometimes offensively, they were only generating looks in the last 6 to 4 seconds of the shot clock. Sometimes it'd be a great shot. Sometimes it'd just be Wemby isolation, fake the floater, get the rebound. They quickly learned that that could not work against the New York Knicks because they actually have Karl Anthony Towns and Mitchell Robinson, even Josh Hart. They have guys who are rebounders, OG Anunoby as well, who can get physical with Wemby in the post. But it seemed like the Spurs were able to settle in a lot earlier. Still, their youth shows at times, but I do think the biggest thing for the Spurs tonight was their switchability on defense, and that is something that we highlighted earlier this season when it came to the San Antonio Spurs being a threat to the Oklahoma City Thunder, but possibly being a team that can make a deep playoff run, is that they have big guards. They have a guy like Devin Vassell, who before he came into the league was touted to be a perennial perimeter defender. A lot of things to take away here for the San Antonio Spurs that are good. Wemby obviously awakening, 32-8-6, 2 and 3. Stephon Castle again hitting that crazy clutch shot to take the lead up 7, 1:53 left in the fourth quarter. But 23 points, 8 of 14 from the floor, 2 of 5 from 3, 5 of 6 from the free throw line, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 steal, 1 block, only 2 turnovers. Taking care of the ball, your primary ball handlers not being so turnover costly, definitely did dividends for the Spurs and gave them a little bit of a cushion going into the fourth quarter. Only 8 turnovers on the night for the San Antonio Spurs, considering that the turnover battle is something they have struggled with the entire series. That is absolutely incredible for them. Only 8 turnovers, 25 of 32 from the free throw line. I understand an ongoing conversation right now is about the reffing. Yes, the Wemby shove on Brunson should have been called. I think the NBA refs just have not set a very clear line or precedent in terms of what actually constitutes as physical basketball versus fouls. When we look back to the Western Conference Final Series between the Thunder and the Spurs this season, it was fouls that should have been called on both ends that simply just weren't. I don't think that's an Adam Silver thing. I don't think that's we got to protect the golden boy Wemby. This is a guy who has been suspended in these playoffs for doing dirty stuff. But I think in general, physical basketball, players adapt to it. Players will take things as far as the referees allow them, and the refs for the last couple of years in the NBA, honestly, have not set a clear precedent for where they draw the line. So that is up to the NBA. Home team sometimes get the calls, sometimes they don't. It really just is not consistent, but I'm not going to say that completely influenced the game in terms of why the Spurs beat the New York Knicks. But if you were to say that the fourth quarter specifically with the Spurs getting over 10 free throws swayed the game a little bit, I can give you that. With that being said, though, still some great takeaways for the San Antonio Spurs. And it's not about people playing good, it's about people playing bad. Dylan Harper, 13 points, 5 of 18. De'Aaron Fox, 12 points, 4 of 14. De'Aaron Fox still hit that clutch shot. Dylan Harper, 1 of 8 from 3. De'Aaron Fox, 0 of 5 from 3. Again, if you want to have stinkers, now is the time to have them earlier in the series. When we look at De'Aaron Fox's performance against the Oklahoma City Thunder, Game 7, De'Aaron Fox was hitting timely shot after timely shot after timely shot. If you want to have stinkers right now as a guard conglomerate, have them in Game 3 on the road. That's not necessarily the greatest thing in the finals, but have them on Game 3 in the road because we don't expect you to do that going forward. Julian Champagnie, 12 points on 4 of 9 from the field. Devin Vassell, 11 points on 3 of 4 from 3, 2 of 3 from the three-point line. I think in general, everybody contributed well. It is still the issue with Keldon Bryant 7 points, 17 minutes, 3 of 5 from the floor. He did good tonight, but it is becoming clear that sometimes when he is on the floor, the Spurs do struggle to generate offense, especially in the non-Wembanyama minutes. But I think tonight he definitely did his thing. If you're San Antonio, again, close win, only a 4-point win, but granted, you had 2 of your guards go combined 9 of 32 from the floor and 1 of 13 from 3. That is absolutely abysmal, but the fact that you won a game with Dylan Harper and De'Aaron Fox playing like that, I think that says a lot more about how the game plan adjustment worked for San Antonio instead of how bad the New York Knicks played. And looking at the Knicks side of things, right, I think, again, if we want to have the conversation about the refereeing, we can have that, but I don't think that's what happened tonight. Karl Anthony Towns, way less touches. It was harder for him to get into a rhythm. Only 11 points, 8 rebounds, 3 steals, 2 blocks, 4 of 10 from the field, 0 of 2 from 3. Wemby definitely adjusted. A lot of the guys adjusted in terms of guarding Karl Anthony Towns, both in the post, off the rebounds, and in the perimeter. OG Anunoby, 28 points, 9 of 13 from the floor, 3 of 7 from the line, 7 of 9 from the free throw line. He was definitely using his body, getting to the cup, getting fouls. 28 points. Jalen Brunson, 32 on 11 of 25, 3 of 5 from 3. If I'm the San Antonio Spurs, I'm living with Jalen Brunson having to put up 25 shots to get 32 points. I'm living with that because, again, you're making him work for all the shots. And the thing is, they shut down everybody else. Josh Hart, 16, 9, and 5 on 6 of 10 from the field, 4 of 7 from the floor. Jordan Clarkson, your spark off the bench, 10 points, 4 of 7 from the field. Then Landry Shamet, 3 points on 1 of 8. Mitchell Robinson, 5 points on 2 of 3. Mikal Bridges, 2 points on 1 of 5. Jose Alvarado, 4 points on 2 of 5. Jeremy Sochin didn't play. Miles McBride, 9 minutes, 0 points. You shut down the depth. Mikal Bridges, 1 of 5. Again, you shut down the depth and you shut down the guys who were killing you in those first 2 games. If OG Anunoby has to be your second option for the entire series, you're going to let Jalen Brunson get whatever he wants. If I'm the San Antonio Spurs, I can 1,000% live with that because it means Karl Anthony Towns, their primary second option. And in all honesty, the first option for the Knicks when they are winning. This is the first loss for the New York Knicks in over 10 plus games. And in those games, Karl Anthony Towns was the primary facilitator. Again, only 1 assist tonight for Karl Anthony Towns. Jalen Brunson and Josh Hart leading the team each respectively with assists with 5 apiece from them. When Karl Anthony Towns is not the primary guy scoring and orchestrating offense for this New York Knicks team, it is clear that they struggle a little bit. 13 turnovers, 46 rebounds, 18 assists. And it's really interesting too because they won the rebound battle against the San Antonio Spurs 46-37, but the Spurs washed them in the assist battle, 28 assists compared to 18 assists. And again, when you have your primary facilitator not facilitating anymore and the assists go down, I do think that is connected. And I do think that is a testament to the defense of the San Antonio Spurs. Obviously, I don't think the Knicks are going to miss shots that badly. I don't think they're going to go 13 of 37 from 3. But then again, the Spurs went 12 of 34. You won that battle as well. And like I said, if you do want to say the reffing played a role, I completely understand that the Knicks had 18 made free throws compared to the Spurs 25 made free throws, but the Spurs definitely got more calls in the fourth quarter. But it came down to game planning, it came down to defense, and it came down to honestly slowing down Karl Anthony Towns. That is the biggest difference for the San Antonio Spurs in the series. You get it out of the guy who was running the offense during that immaculate win streak the New York Knicks went on, and then you see that the offense struggles to create. Game 4 is definitely going to be really interesting. I don't think Wemby's going to continue to not show up. I think he's figured something out, and he started attacking in the post first, starting the game 4-4. Stephon Castle's going to continue to show up. Fox and Harper, I don't think they're going to have bad games like tonight again, at least at the same time. Champagne and Vassell are going to continue to hit shots. We might even see a Keldon Johnson game, right? So I think game 4 on Wednesday is definitely going to be really exciting because the Spurs definitely figured it out defensively and they looked good. And when we go back to San Antonio, we could very well be looking at a 2-2 series. With that being said, though, guys, that is going to do it for us today. Again, as always, if you enjoyed the content, make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Follow all these socials in the description wherever you get your hoops content, whether it is X, Threads, Instagram, TikTok, Spotify, YouTube, where you're watching this video. Obviously, make sure to follow us there. Again, for the last time, as always, if you enjoyed the content, make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and we will see you all in the next one.